would like to talk about career breaks and gaps in employment in connection with job search in my experience. Through my interviews in my job search, I have been told and found out sometimes that having a gap in your resume is not good. However, this should not be looked down upon because having a gap between two jobs might make you more qualified for your next job if you have used this time productively. I have had several gaps during my career, and after each gap, I have found a better job on a higher level, and it was something that I really wanted. And to give several examples, my first gap was after I decided not to complete psychiatry residency because I mentioned in a different video I had to drive a lot from North Chicago to South Chicago to a children's hospital, and I didn't think I could drive so much every day. And also I wanted to do more research. And then my supervisor told me, if you don't finish residency, you're out. However, I found a job in synaptic plasticity because this was connected to my research on schizophrenia and depression, and I even published a paper in the Journal of Neuroscience, and I discovered a whole new area of synaptic plasticity and made new colleagues, and this was the basis for my clinical research in psychiatry. During another job gap, I wanted to do clinical research in psychiatry, and it gave me opportunity to write 2 papers on neuroscience mechanisms of neurodevelopmental disorders, and also to train in clinical research, and I found a job with Professor Eric Hollander at Einstein Montefiore on clinical research. And my third job gap was not something that I had planned for. It was during the COVID times, and many people were without a job at that time, and I managed to find a job in gene therapy. This is something that I really love and was doing as a postdoc. And now during my job gap, I have been taking courses to enhance my professional skills. I took a course on drug development by UCSD and obtained a certificate. I'm training in a course on leadership and motivating teams by University of Michigan, on positive psychiatry by University of Sydney, and on the arts and mental health by University of Florida. All these courses are provided by the New York State Department of Labor through Coursera. And also, as many of you know who are following my channel on YouTube, that I have been dancing a lot of ballet as a means of enjoyment, health, happiness, and I have learned a lot mental health, physical health, and stress management. And I started my LinkedIn newsletter by prompting from LinkedIn the biomedical artist, in which I discuss how the arts can be used to treat different human conditions and to prevent disease, and also how they can enhance well-being and are integral part of holistic medicine. And I have to say that I have learned so many things during this period of 1 year and a half, and I'm so happy that I had time to dance all of these ballets, because I learned about the ballet history, the choreography, the music, and I'm sure that this has really helped my neurons to develop new connections, and it keeps me motivated and excited for my job search. Compared to other periods, I feel less stressed, and I'm sure that this is because of the ballet. And I think that through the ballet I have connected through many wonderful people on YouTube who follow my ballets. Also, I have met neighbors, some of their daughters like to dance with me ballet, and I discovered a whole new world. So this is like a ballet sabbatical. And having a job gap is just like taking a sabbatical to learn a new area beyond your area of expertise. And how I decided to make this video yesterday, Sunday, I was reading my devotional women's Bible. I love this Bible because it is the complete Old Testament and New Testament, but every day has an introduction by a lady and with some reflections on life. And yesterday was by a lady who was out of the workforce for 8 years because she was raising children. However, when her children grew up, she wanted to be more productive, and she decided she wants to be a teacher. However, she was not confident. Will people at all take her seriously if she doesn't have a teaching certificate and she hasn't worked for 8 years? And she prayed to God that He sends her the right job. And indeed, she applied for a teaching job and she got it, and she found out that maybe because she was a mother, she connected very well with the students and encouraged them, and the whole new career opened up to her after she raised her children. And I think in the same way, as I have been learning so much about ballet and the arts and experiencing their health benefits firsthand, and reading science papers about using ballet therapeutically for anxiety, depression, for cognitive impairment. It also improves sleep, and there have been published studies, but not enough studies. And so I would love to work in clinical research, given my expertise in clinical research, and conduct clinical trials with ballet and dance therapy for different neurological and psychiatric disorders. This is something I would love to do. And there are many examples who have made major discoveries after they return from a vacation. Because a career break, in a way, is a vacation. First, you have time to think about your priorities and to learn new skills. You also have the possibility to prevent burnout. And for example, Carrie Mullis, as people know, in 1983 was taking a trip through the California redwoods when he got the idea of the PCR, for which he won the Nobel Prize. Also, Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin when he returned from a vacation, a 2-week vacation. He had been studying the staphylococcus and was culturing them in different petri dishes, and he left the petri dish. It developed mold, and apparently the mold had penicillin, and so when he came back from vacation, he saw the penicillin, and that's how he made this notable discovery, and now the world has this antibiotic. It's just like you are stuck with a problem, and you're thinking hard about it, and you can't come up with a solution. And when you distance yourself, your brain relaxes, and you have solutions to your problems. And a career break, in a way, is something similar, because you give your neurons and your whole nervous system some time to step away from the everyday routine and to think more creatively. And when you start the new job, you're more energized. And why I'm giving these examples, people may have also, you may have your own. Because I have been told that sometimes the software that screens the resumes of job applicants automatically does not include resumes of those applicants that have a job gap. Also, recruiters look down upon job gaps, and I have experienced this. I'm a little bit asked too much, what have I done? How have I been productive? It's not easy because during a job search you want to focus mainly on applying for a job, and you feel guilty if you do other things, but it's important also to keep learning and to keep enhancing your skills and thinking how you can be more useful for your next career. So these are some of my thoughts on job gaps, and that they are actually a blessing in disguise if you use them productively, and that it would be good if recruiters give more chance to job candidates who have job gaps in their resume if they explain how this has helped them for their next job they're applying for. Thank you so much for your attention. Your comments will be appreciated. The lights turned off in the last part of my presentation, but I think you can still see and hear. Thank you, and I wish you success in your job search and career.